There once lived an old man whose name was Lucas. He had 3 sons who were all married, the oldest one named David, the middle was Luke, and the youngest one was Scott. Lucas was sitting down at his home one day, and it started to pour rain. The rain was so intense that it started to leak inside the house. The next day, he decided to go stay at David's house because there was too much water damage inside the house. Lucas gets to David's house and enjoys the company of his wife and kids. At the end of the day, Lucas goes to sleep. The next morning, Lucas goes to David's wife and asks her if she can do something for him. He explains, "I accidentally wet myself while I was sleeping. I was wondering if you can clean it up and not tell David?" The wife looks at him in disgust. She can't believe that he just wet himself in the bed. She starts to raise her voice and calls him disgusting. She tells him to get out of the house by the end of the day. Lucas packs his belongings and goes over to his middle son's house. He gets to his house and enjoys the company of Luke's wife and kids. At the end of the day, Lucas goes to sleep. The next morning, Lucas goes to Luke's wife and asks her if she can do something for him. He explains, "I accidentally wet myself while I was sleeping. I was wondering if you can clean it up and not tell Luke." The wife looks at him in disgust. She can't believe that he just wet himself in the bed. Like the first daughter-in-law, she starts to raise her voice and calls him disgusting. She tells him to get out of the house by the end of the day. Lucas packs his belongings and goes over to his youngest son, Scott's house. He gets to his house and enjoys the company of Scott's wife and kids. At the end of the day, Lucas goes to sleep. The next morning, Lucas goes to Scott's wife and asks if she can do something for him. He explains, "I accidentally wet myself while I was sleeping. I was wondering if you can clean it up and not tell Scott." Lucas can't believe that he wet himself for a 3rd time, shaking his head vigorously. The wife looks at him with a smile. She said, "It's okay, Dad. I won't tell Scott. Just go take a shower and head downstairs for breakfast, and I will clean it up real quick so he doesn't find out." Lucas smiles and heads downstairs. About a month later, there is a Christmas party at Lucas' house. All the water damage was fixed for him being able to have the party. All his 3 sons show up with their wives and kids. As everyone gets comfortable, Lucas presents a speech. "I just wanted to let everybody know that when my house was getting fixed, I had a little experiment. At each of my sons' houses, I told all the wives that I wet myself in bed. I told them to not tell my sons and if they can clean it up. I just pretended that I wet myself, but in reality, I poured a cup of water on my bed. Only one wife did that for me, and it's Scott's wife, my youngest son. It's a shame because I have a diamond necklace for her kind actions." Everyone is in shock and awe as he gives her the necklace. Lucas hugs her and gives the other 2 wives a menacing look. This story teaches us to respect our elders. Just because they have made a mistake doesn't mean that you can't help them.